Hey guys, so in this video I am going to show you how to create long form leads for your mortgage company. Now obviously fending for yourself is pretty important in this industry, especially if you're trying to save money. So I'm literally going to show you step by step how to create a Facebook ad, what to say, how to look up the creative, how to put the picture in, and how to extract information from your leads that are important to you. So at my company, Lyncrest Media, one of the things that we do is we generate long form leads. So what's a long form lead? A long form lead essentially extracts information like the lead's credit score, their annual household income, when they're looking to borrow. We also ask them if they're working with a real estate agent or not, so then they have dual use for those leads. You can customize these surveys that we use to extract information and ultimately create a long form lead by the answers to that survey. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, guys, I've been a digital marketing consultant for quite some time. I've learned from guys like Jeremy Haynes, Grant Cardone. These are people who are just big influences in everything that we do here. Gotten companies featured on Good Morning America, BuzzFeed, Elite Daily, and Gary Vaynerchuk also almost took equity partnership in my company Tacotopia back in the day. But just to kind of show you guys a little bit about what we've been up to with our company. We've been featured in New York Wire about how we're eliminating cold calling for mortgage brokers. This is an article about how we're one of the fastest digital marketing companies on the West Coast. This is about how we're putting our own spin on lead generation. Now, our company specifically, what we do is we generate leads, but we also conduct all of the follow-up for those leads. So we eliminate cold calling for mortgage brokers. You only show up to the appointments. Now, I'm not going to give you guys all the secret sauce to do that. We have special relationships that help us do that. And obviously, a lot of our brokers are receiving a 500% ROI. A lot of them are doubling their volume per month. You could see their interviews on our website. But today, I am going to show you and empower you guys to generate your own leads, long form leads. You're probably going to have to do the calling yourself, but at least it'll be free, right? Aside from ad spend and things like that. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So when you are creating an ad and you want to create a long form lead, the whole objective of this ad is to get them to go to your survey, right? You want them to go to your survey. I'll show you guys how to create the survey after, but right now, what we're going to do is we are going to launch a conversions campaign. Whenever we're going to a different source on Facebook, that's called a conversion campaign. So that's what we're running. We're bringing the lead off of Facebook to a different website, and we want to convert that lead. So that is why we do a conversion campaign. So when I go to continue, obviously I would label this as whatever it is, mortgage leads. I would go down to budget. I think safely you'll be able to generate 100 leads at $20 per day. $20 per day will be good for you. That will generate you more than enough leads, and in a lot of cases, maybe even more than 100 per day. Then we would put lead to set up your pixel. Hopefully you know how to do that. Otherwise, we can help you. Now, here's the part that is very, very important. So you need to be clicking on a special ad category when you do this ad. So when we go to special ad categories, we got to click on, right? That's really important. If you don't, that means you're not abiding by the Facebook rules. Facebook will kick you out. They'll lock up your account. So make sure that you do this. Anytime you're doing anything for housing, real estate, mortgage, you have to mark it as a special ad category, and you have to mark it as housing. This way you don't get in trouble in your compliance and everything like that. So when we are doing our ad sets, now here's the problem. The problem is when we do a special ad category, we are not allowed to target by demographic, occupation, interest. We're not able to do any of that stuff because it's a special ad category. Facebook limits your ability to do that. But we can target by location. So what we do is we target by the location. We want to do people who are living in this location. Let's do Miami, Florida, just as an example. You typically want to do 15-mile radius, especially if it's a heavily populated place. 2.4 million people is more than enough of a sample size for you to kind of a honeypot for you to dig into. So targeting expansion is not available, which I know already. So we'll go to detailed targeting, and we'll take that off. And then, obviously you're not going to be able to mess with any of these. So you're just going to target Miami, and you're going to let your copy take over the rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to do, instead of doing automatic placements, I prefer always doing manual placements. And what I do is I get rid of all of this except for Facebook and Instagram newsfeed. Okay? I think that's going to save you guys a lot of time. If you guys tried all this other stuff, Facebook would just kind of take their time trying to figure it out, and your cost per result would be much higher because they're experimenting. I already know in advance these are the two best to do for our particular market and in mortgages. So this is what we are going for, Facebook newsfeed and Instagram feed. This way you don't have to go through any of the trial and error I did. So we go to next. We've taken care of the location, right? Now what we are going to do is we are going to create the ad. Now, for the copy, this is very important. You always want to call out the city specifically that you are targeting. So I would say maybe something along the lines of breaking news Miami residents, right? And honestly, I would put in an emoji of maybe a house, maybe the red exclamation point, maybe the money bags. Just get creative with the emojis that you use, but data shows us that emojis are important and easy to use. So you would say breaking news Miami residents, new program allows you to purchase a home for as little as 3% down. Click below to see if you qualify, right? And then I would put some emojis of fingers pointing down there. But this is a very bare bones ad that you're going to run, right? Very bare bones, very basic. Obviously, there are things you can tweak to make the cost per result go down a little bit. For headline, you could do breaking news or new home program, right? I don't know what this link is. Let's see. Verify your changes. Oh, got it. So we're not there yet. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to choose the creative. So when we go to add image, I think the best thing for you guys to do is do this. So anytime you are doing a mortgage campaign, right? We are in Miami. So what I want to look in is the average household value in Miami. Let's see what that is. What is the average cost of living in Miami? All right, so $330,000 is the average home in Miami. So what we do is we go to realtor.com. We look up Miami, Florida. And right here, all we would do is we would find a house that's around $330,000. Pick a pretty house, you would choose that, and that would be the image that you use for your ad, right? We want this to look realistic to the person that's looking at the ad. We are not going to post the $3.1 million house because that's just unbelievable, right? We want a house that looks like, oh yeah, that's doable. I can live there, right? This is the average median household. So we're going to, look up a house closer to 300, maybe 330,000, right? Just for, sake of this video, I'll just choose this one. This is obviously a little bit overboard. Honestly, I don't know why, because it doesn't look, too special. But you're gonna wanna choose. I'm choosing one on the first page. You're gonna want to go to like the 7th page because you don't want the realtor calling you and saying, "Hey, you're running an ad for my house," right? You want houses that are old, that nobody's gonna care about, right? So and by old, I don't mean the house being old. I mean the actual listing being old. So just a quick tip so you don't run into those issues, right? So next thing we're going to do is we're simply going to upload that photo. I'll go to desktop. I'll look at Miami house, right? There it is. Boom. Okay. Okay. Now we have chosen our image. Okay, right here, breaking news, new program allows you. Now again, guys, don't forget, put some emojis here. Make it colorful. You want attention grabbers. That's why the first thing I say is breaking news, and then I call out my ME residents, right? You want to call out the exact people. Context matters in these ads. Now, the next step is to supply a link in our survey gizmo. So I actually use survey gizmo for my surveys. It's really cool. I'm not going to dive into how we make this quiz today, but it's pretty simple. I think if you go into it, check in a couple YouTube videos, it'll show you how. This is an example of the questions that we use in our survey, right? So the first thing that we'll ask, typically, let's say if we're running a survey and we're going after maybe healthcare people or teachers, right? Because they statistically have high credit. Maybe doctors will say, are you a healthcare professional living in this example is Indiana, right? You don't need to really do that. It doesn't pertain to you. But these ones do. Do you rent or own? Are you looking to purchase or refinance? When are you planning to request your loan benefit? What is your current credit score? What is your annual household income? And then, of course, we get their first name, their last name, their email, and their phone number. And just to stop them from putting in invalid phone numbers, we say must be a valid U.S. phone number to receive pre-qualification form, right? And then you can honestly add disqualification logic. You can eliminate people based off of their income. You can eliminate people based off of their credit score. This way, you are getting the exact leads that you want based off of the answers to the questions that you ask. So a Survey Gizmo account is really great because once you create the survey, you have a link to it. And once you have that link, you simply copy the link, you put it in your ad, and you are good to go. You can publish this, and you will be able to generate leads. You'll be able to generate an endless amount of leads. At $20 a day, you're going to be generating probably a minimum of 100 leads per month. Now, again, do not copy exactly what I did because that won't work. You need to be creative. You need to put emojis in there. Can't stress that enough. I would say, hey, new program lets you or new program allows you to purchase or refinance a home with as little as 3% down. Click below to see if you qualify. Like that's basically, the type of ads that you are going to see in these campaigns, right? So the other part is, of course, Survey Gizmo. So you sign up for a Survey Gizmo account. You go to build. You're able to check out. You're able to kind of move these questions around even if you want to. You can add in another question. So everything's pretty simple here. Didn't really want to touch on that and waste too much of your guys' time. Something you could certainly figure out on your own. But this way, guys, you can generate long-form leads and get pertinent information that helps you guys make the sale. So I hope this was easy for you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Or, obviously, if you guys are looking to learn more about us, we are generating leads for mortgage brokers. But we're not only doing that, we are actually helping them close these leads. We actually have a call center that's owned by 2 former mortgage brokers. So what we do is we actually call these leads for you. We tell you don't even touch them until they're a scheduled appointment on your calendar. Just to give you an example of some of the calendars that some of our clients have and the amount of appointments that we're booking them, I mean, look at that. This guy's got a pretty busy Monday, right? We go back. I mean, he's filled up to the gills. So we're able to do this. That's an extra part that obviously I didn't include in here just because, I think we're at the forefront of this, and we're one of the few companies that offer a guarantee. We actually offer you 30 appointments or your money back. But either way, guys, I want to empower you to be the best you can, and I hope this video helps you. So feel free to message me with any questions you have. I'd be happy to answer them. And if you're interested in our service, just feel free to sign up. And we'll get you rocking and rolling like within 5 days. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys.